5 signs your season feels heavy, because change is near. There are seasons where everything feels harder than it should. You wake up tired, even after resting. Your heart feels stretched, your mind feels full, and you can't quite explain why life suddenly feels so heavy. Nothing dramatic may have happened, nothing obvious may be wrong, but internally, something feels different. And here's what you need to know. Heaviness often shows up right before change. The Bible reminds us in Ecclesiastes 3:1, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." If you're feeling this weight, it doesn't mean you're failing. It often means God is transitioning you. Sign 1. What used to feel manageable now feels exhausting. Things you once handled easily suddenly drain you. Tasks that never bothered you now leave you overwhelmed. You feel worn down by things that used to feel normal. That doesn't mean you're weak. That doesn't mean you've lost motivation. It means you've outgrown this season, and your spirit knows it's time to move. God doesn't keep us comfortable forever. Sometimes He allows discomfort to loosen our grip on places we've already outgrown. Isaiah 40:29 says, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." If you're weary, it may be because you're carrying something you were never meant to carry long-term. Sign 2. You feel pressure without clear answers. Nothing is obviously wrong, yet everything feels intense. You feel squeezed, stretched, and pressed, but you don't know why. This pressure isn't random. Pressure often comes before promotion, not punishment. Just like pressure turns coal into diamonds, God uses pressure to shape you for what's next. James 1:2-4 tells us, "Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Pressure is often God strengthening you before transition, not correcting you for where you are. Sign 3. Old routines and environments no longer bring peace. You try to stay consistent. You try to keep things the same. But something feels off. Places, conversations, and habits that once brought comfort now feel empty. And that can be confusing, because they used to feel safe. But here's the truth. God removes peace when staying would keep you stuck. Colossians 3:15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." When peace leaves, it's often a signal, not a punishment. God isn't trying to unsettle you. He's preparing you to move forward. Sign 4. You're being forced to trust instead of control. Plans don't go the way you expect. Doors don't open on your timeline. Certainty feels out of reach. And for someone who likes clarity, this is uncomfortable. But this is where faith grows. Not when everything makes sense, but when it doesn't. Proverbs 3:5 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." God often removes control right before change begins, so you learn to rely on Him instead of certainty. Sign 5. You feel a quiet pull toward something new. You can't fully explain it. You don't have all the details, but deep down, you know this isn't the end of the story. There's a stirring, a gentle nudge, a sense that something new is coming, even if you can't see it yet. That pull isn't impatience, it's preparation. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" God often prepares your heart before He changes your circumstances. If your season feels heavy, don't lose hope. Heavy seasons often come right before God shifts everything. Right before clarity. Right before breakthrough. Right before growth. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared. Change is closer than you think. If this spoke to your heart today, type Amen in the comments.